Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it's only 5 minutes long, where a normal Reiki session with me does last an hour. What is Reiki good for? Well, Reiki is good for a lot of things. Most people who know about Reiki consider it to be good for physical healing, but it's also good for mental and emotional healing as well, and even good for relationship healing and financial healing also. So there's really not too much of anything that I've run across that Reiki can't help with if you want some help with something. What I'm doing today is I'm setting the intention for each of you so that the Reiki will do whatever is most beneficial and most helpful to each of you as individuals in your particular lives. And then after we get done doing the Reiki, we'll do 5 minutes of questions where I tune into my psychic abilities and I use a tarot deck, and we look at what are the most accurate answers for you for those particular questions. But for right now, let's go ahead and get this Reiki started. Alrighty, so we're starting Reiki at 23 after the hour. That means we're going to finish it up at 28 after the hour. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're here. Candace, hello, hello. Shakoya, welcome. Ronan, hi, hi, hi. Welcome to you in Israel. Glad you're here. Glad you all are here. What's everybody grateful for today? I'll start. I'm grateful to be in Colorado. Again. 4 more minutes left of Reiki. Grateful for your son. I bet he's growing like a weed already. How old is he now? 4 or 5 months? Something like that? 7 months? No. Wow, time flies, right? He's a big boy, huh? That's cool. Everybody in my family was big for our ages, too. What's everybody else grateful for today? We have 3 more minutes left on the Reiki. Got to see your nephew today after you. Oh, that is so good. How old is your nephew? Did he recognize you? Or was he a baby last time you saw him? Sunny side up. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad you're here today. We're talking about what it is we're grateful for while I'm doing the Reiki. By the way, if anybody has questions about Reiki, feel free to throw them into the chat too. He's 3. Oh, okay. So he remembered you, I bet. That's a really fun age too. They're exploring and learning and soaking up information like little sponges. I love that name, Sunny Side Up. Was he? That's so funny. I was with a little one probably about a month ago now. And she was telling on her dad to me. Oh my goodness. She came into the laundry room where I was doing laundry, and she just looked up at me, and she doesn't say a whole lot of words very clearly, but she pointed kind of around the corner and she said, "Dad." And I go to see what's going on with Dad. And he's doing something with a lighter over something in the bathtub. I think he was trying to burn snow with the lighter. He had read that you couldn't do that. I don't know. Anyway, she was narking him out. Yeah, you've been coming in the room for a while. Well, I've been doing the lives a good while, Miss Candace. I think you were probably coming in the room when I was still doing daily predictions for every sign along with the Reiki. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, that's a real long time. I started there in 2012. No, 2011 I started there. Wait, 2012. Oh, that's right. It's been a long time since I've been there. A couple of years, maybe. At least a year. Okay, it looks like we've got 5 minutes of Reiki in. You guys have been pulling on a lot of energy too. Good for you. That means you can expect the more energy you pull, the more you can expect to have coming into alignment for yourself. Right? Well, of course you don't. You know me. Okay, guys, start throwing your questions up in chat. Explain Reiki. Okay. So, Reiki is actually a Japanese word that means universal life force energy. So, whenever I'm doing a Reiki micro session for you guys here, what I'm doing is I'm channeling universal life force energy or Reiki energy out to you guys. And that Reiki enters your aura and enters your body and it goes in. Normally, here I set the intention for whatever will benefit you the most. So, because the Reiki has its own intelligence, it's able to figure out what's going to benefit you the most. And then it figures out what blocks you from receiving that benefit, whatever it is. And so the Reiki goes to work starting to dissolve any roots of any blockages so that you can start moving towards and making progress towards those things that are good for your highest and best good. So that's how it works here. And this is obviously this is long distance Reiki and this is group Reiki, which is a little different than the way Reiki is traditionally done. Traditionally, Reiki is done where you would come like to my office and I would put you on a massage table and I would use my hands to channel the energy. But since it is energy, it's not limited by time and it's not limited by distance, which means that um, even though you're not right in front of me on my Reiki table, I can still channel the Reiki energy to you because it's not limited by distance. And with it not being limited by time, that means that people who watch this video, even after the video is over and I'm done actually channeling the Reiki, because the energy is not limited by time, they can still receive some of that energy that I channeled. Isn't that neato? And so Reiki can help you with all kinds of different things. Most people that are familiar with Reiki know that it helps with medical situations. If you've got a problem, that is slow in healing. Or if you've got a problem with doctors don't know what to do with, then you want to run to Reiki. You want to get some Reiki right away, as fast as you can, because that's where Reiki really shines. But Reiki is really good for stuff that the doctors know about too, to help with easing symptoms and bringing healing more quickly. You never want to take doctors out of the picture, but you want to use Reiki as a supplement to make that healing come in much faster. So it's good for physical healing, but it's also good for mental and emotional healing as well. Reiki is fantastic if you suffer from any kind of anxiety type of situations. It's great if you have any other emotional or mental situations. It really helps with that. It also helps with relationships. Everybody's key word, that's where everybody seems to get stuck, is relationships. Reiki can help with those as well. And Reiki helps bring financial healing into your life as well. I have seen some pretty amazing stuff when it comes to financial healing during some of the Reiki sessions that I've done and with the clients that I have. So there's not much Reiki can't help you with. Um, right now, I'm working with somebody who suffers from ALS. I'm also working with somebody who suffers from MS. I'm working with somebody who just wants help manifesting better numbers at work so that she can hit bonuses. And I'm helping somebody who has high blood pressure. So, there's just a lot of different things that Reiki can help with. So I hope that explains it for you. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. So now I'm going to set the timer and I'm going to start taking psychic type questions. Your aunt used to do kinesiology. Right. That is similar in that it has to do with energy. Reiki is much less personally directed. Reiki coming in and dissolving the obstacles is much more independent. That energy is given a much freer rein as far as what to do. Where in kinesiology, if I'm saying that right, the practitioner actually has to know a lot more and has to be able to be a lot more specific to get the results that they want. Whereas in Reiki, you don't have to have all the answers. You just let Reiki do all the work. But yes, they're both energetic healing modalities. Hello there, Zeneb. Let's see, I still need to start my timer. All right, let's look at our first reading question. Ronan, would I improve my financial situation this month of April? Will Ronan be improving his financial situation during this month, April 2021? Ronan, Ronan, Ronan. Patience is the name of the game here, Mr. Ronan. Okay. I've got the King of Spirals, which shows up in reverse. That tells me you're kind of feeling like you don't know what your solution is to your financial situation. You kind of don't know how to pedal faster, I think. You've got a Ten of Scrolls showing up in reverse. This just means that something that you've been trying to pay off, I think you're going to be feeling like you got sort of close to paying it off, and then something's going to happen and it's going to be I feel like you're gonna be set back. So I don't know if this is a credit card you almost had paid off and then you end up needing to use it, or what exactly is going on there. If this is something you thought you had paid off and you get a new information that says, "Oh, no, you're not as close as you thought," but something is not over here, and I feel like has to do with getting a debt paid. I do think once we get into the middle of the month, you have a new contract. I feel like this new contract is a positive thing. I don't feel like this is a new credit card or a new auto loan or something like that. I do feel like this is more of a contract having to do with bringing money in. So I like to see that. Five of Scrolls showing up in reverse. This is sort of the end of fighting financially. Okay. So this is saying that you're basically coming into more peaceful waters with finances. You're starting to get a plan together and you can see how that plan is going to work out. And the reason I said patience is the name of the game is because you end up with the golden flower or the temperance card, which basically just says, everything in its time, basically. And so this is saying, yes, you've got a solution here, but this isn't going to be like waving the magic wand and all the bills are paid off. This is going to be you've got the budget, you've got the plan, You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now it's a matter of diligence and persistence in working towards that. Okay? So that's what I've got for you for this month for financially, Ronan. I hope that makes sense for you. Let's see. Candace. Best advice for Miss Candace to expand her Mary Kay business. Best advice, best advice. I'm not sure if what I'm seeing is exactly what I thought I would see. I know it's not what I thought I would see. Okay, first of all, Miss Candace, hanged ma'am. Hang in there. Hang in there. In other words, be persistent. Don't give up. Okay, be persistent. 8 of Mirrors. Walk away from what's not working. This is time to do an evaluation. It's time to say, what am I doing? What's working? And what's not working? And walk away from what's not working. Thank you very much for the super chat, Candace. I appreciate that. I forgot to tell everybody super chats are always appreciated and never required. Next card that comes up, 4 of Scrolls in reverse. 4 of Scrolls in reverse. So this is basically working along with this 8 of Mirrors, where the 8 of Mirrors is saying evaluate, ask yourself the 3 questions. What am I doing? What's working? What's not working? Walk away from what's not working. Focus on what is working. This is kind of goes right along with this. This says focus on what is working. Put more energy and more effort into what is working already. Next card. Page of Stones in reverse. Quit throwing money at it. Quit throwing money at this business. It takes energy and effort, but money is not necessarily the answer here. So paying for advertising, don't do it. Don't you do it. Word of mouth. Word of mouth. Word of mouth is the best advertising you can have in any business, especially a business that requires trust. And then the 7 of Stones. What I'm hearing as I pick up this card is set a goal. Set a financial goal for yourself and start working towards that goal. The fact that this comes up in the cards doesn't mean you're necessarily going to reach that goal, but you want to move towards that goal. And here's the other thing that comes up whenever I'm looking at this card for you, Miss Candace, is you don't necessarily want to set a goal that you think maybe you can reach. This is not the time to set reasonable goals, okay? This is the time to set the goals of what you actually really want. Those wouldn't it be great if goals, and start working towards those. You may not get to that goal the first month. That's okay. That's still your goal. Work on it for the second month. You know? And maybe if you get close to it, then raise the goal again for the next month. All right? But that's what's going to bring the pay in. That's what's going to bring the pay in. With that 7 of Stones is payday. Okay? So, what's going to bring the pay in? Hang in there. Be persistent. Don't give up. Don't quit. Evaluate. What am I doing? What's working? What's not working? Walk away from what's not working. Put more energy into what is working. Stop throwing money at it. And set some wildly, wonderfully irrational goals and start working towards them. There you go. Best advice. Let's see. Sequoia was next. Oh, Sequoia, thank you. Let's see here. Where is your question? What does my love life look like for April with Marcus? Okay. April. Show me April for Sequoia and Marcus. as far as romantically speaking. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate whoever did that. This is interesting. Now, April, I'm starting on today, even though it's the 5th, okay? We're not looking at the past. You already know about the past, Shakoya. So we're not looking at that. The Chariot, this is moving forward, and it's moving forward together on a good page. So even if you guys aren't talking, this could be you're both on the same page about where this relationship is going, okay? So if both of you aren't talking, this could be, well, we're both on the same page that this is not happening. But if you are together, this is, this is successful. This is having the same goals, having the same targets, and working together. Okay. Here we have what I'm guessing is Marcus showing up as the King of Spirals. This would be a fire sign, but this more importantly would be about personality. That this is somebody who has some solutions, has some answers, thinks outside the box, and wants to do some things in a very unconventional way. My question to you is, are you on the same page with this or not? I do see a nice little bit of stability showing up here with the Ace of Stones. I see you guys, giving things a chance together once we get towards the middle-ish of the month. Four of Spirals. This is really getting closer or coming back together with the Four of Spirals. This is a celebration. So this is really nice. And we have Gaia ending. So this just tells me that you're manifesting those things that you want out of this relationship, Shakoya. And that's more towards the end of this month. Okay. Alrighty. So that was Shakoya. Thank you very much, Shakoya. Sunny side. Okay. Okay, so we already looked at that. Zainab, if I did not tell you hello yet, hello, glad you're here. Let's see. Right now, since the timer's already gone off, I'm just doing questions for people who have done super chat for me, Zainab. So you'll have to catch me next time, unless you want to throw a super chat up in there. About my professional life and what direction to go. Sunny side up. That's a really general question, which means we're going to get a really general answer, just so you know. I like to do more specific than that, but we're going to go ahead and see what comes up. Best direction. That's a cute little keep it up mode. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Candace. You're quite welcome, Shakoya. Best direction professionally. Sunny side up. Spirit's telling me I need 3 cards for your answer. What's that? Okay, sunny side up. Professionally, you've got the Wheel of Fortune showing up in reverse, my dear. Wheel of Fortune showing up in reverse is telling me that things are not really on track. Things are not moving smoothly. You may be having a hard time. Every single step may feel like you're walking through 6 inches of mud and you have to work your foot loose and your shoe loose from all that mud to take the next step. Okay, so this is kind of your situation professionally right now, is that it just seems like whatever you do, nothing really is moving you forward. Here's what's going on. Here's what you have to do. Best advice here. You have to start. Your problem is your own thinking, your own stinking thinking, sunny side up. And I'm not doing this. I'm not trying to say this in a critical way, because so many of us have this problem. But you have some really stinking thinking going on, and it's keeping you bound. See how all these little scrolls around this tiger have this tiger bound? These are paper scrolls. Okay, this is the air suit. The air suit in a tarot deck talks about thoughts. It talks about words. So obviously, paper is not going to keep a tiger bound up. That's just not going to happen. Okay. So these scrolls aren't really going to keep this tiger bound, but the tiger doesn't know he's not being kept bound. Okay. So your thoughts, you have some negative thought patterns that are keeping you bound away from your success, away from what you want to do. Part of your problem with this career, with it not moving forward, is you're not in a career that you love and you feel passionate about. Or if you are, you're not in a place where you're doing what you feel passionate about in that career. So part of this is going to be finding your passion, finding what makes you happy, what makes you feel satisfied and fulfilled. And part of finding that is going to be removing some of these old stinking thinkings that are here. And a lot of these stinking thinkings get planted in the ground, not by us. We just pick them up. By somebody else. They're planting those stinking thinkings. And they're saying things like, well, if you're not a doctor, you can't make enough money. If you don't specialize, you can't make enough money. If you don't do this, you can't make enough money. Music is never going to bring you enough money. Dancing is never going to bring you enough money. Do something with computers, do something with technology, blah, 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 blah. Do you love computers or technology? It takes a special kind of person to love that, just like it takes a special kind of person to love doing the psychic stuff. So you've got people that have told you all these things about what you have to do and what you should be doing, and that's limiting you. It's keeping you from choosing those things that you can get really fired up about. So all of those things have been planted in your mind. All that stinking thinking is limiting you. So you want to start really evaluating some of your thought patterns around your career and start looking at, do I really believe that, or is that something I picked up from somebody else along the way? And do I really want to believe that? What is a more healthy thing for me to actually believe here? Okay, so you've got to change your thinking. All right. Next, what do we have? The sun in reverse. Now, the sun in reverse talks to me about doing something just exactly the way we want to do it, with nobody looking over our shoulder, just happy. Okay. Now, that's the sun right side up. The sun in reverse is collaborating with somebody, still doing what we want to do, but doing it with somebody. So there's a little bit of compromise because we're making them happy and we're making us happy. But it's not a bad thing because it's still the sun card, and the sun card is an amazing good card. I feel like what this card is saying for you, sunny side up, isn't it funny that you have the sunny side card upside down? This is saying that you need to get a mentor, somebody that you can look up to, somebody that you can respect, somebody who is already doing the things that you want to do, who you can collaborate with, who you can talk with, who they can kind of help you identify some of that stinking thinking and help you to sort of reset. So this could be somebody like a life coach. This could be somebody like a law of attraction coach. This could be somebody who knows about how the brain works. This could be a therapist, possibly, but I'm leaning more towards the idea of some kind of coaching or a mentorship. Somebody who can help you to change your stinking thinking into something that is aromatic thinking. Okay? So that's your advice, my dear. That's your advice. And this is a process. This is not like a overnight we're waving the magic wand type of thing. It is kind of magic, but it is a process. And actually, I would love to be able to talk to you about some of this stuff, and get more context and see if I would be able to help you. Because I do like to do stuff like that. Let's see, and it's not on my website. Okay, so Socialista's here. Hello, hello. I'm sorry, Socialista. I'm just doing super chats now. And actually, I've got to take off pretty soon. So I don't think I'm going to take any more super chats either. Zeneb, you and Socialista will have to catch me after the next one. Kim Wolf, in a state of usury. What do you mean you're in a state of usury? You need a mentor. Socialista. Get in touch with me about that whole mentorship coaching type stuff. Let's see what we can figure out. Not to have enough time for yourself. Okay, so right there, you're telling me some of the stinking thinking that you've got going on, and the idea that isn't that funny? You're in technology and you like it. Um, what did I say? Takes a special type of person for that. We've got a special type of person right here. But you're telling me a little bit about that stinking thinking with the overwhelm and not having enough time for yourself. You have to start working on this idea that, yeah, you can have it all. People tell you all the time, oh, you can't have it all. You've got to have a career or you can have a personal life. You can have a career or you can have a family. You can have a career but you can't have both. How many times have you heard that? You got to start reprogramming your brain. All right. Peace out, Miss Candace. Thank you for being here. All right, Socialista. Thank you. Oh, you're quite welcome, Sunnyside. Thank you. That's the second super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing this video with others who may benefit from it, especially the Reiki part. And of course, thank you to those of you who have contributed super chats and to those of you who are ordering live readings, live Reiki sessions, possibly live coaching or live mentoring. Maybe I should put that on my website. And just thank you guys for all of your support. It is because of you guys I get to do what I love to do for a living. So thank you very much. Everybody have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you all back here on the next video if I don't see you before that for a private. Peace out, everybody.